book of Micah, chapter 7, and verse 10, and it reads, Then she, that is my enemy, shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shaddai power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. First and foremost, I want to give our honor, our glory, our praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahakudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. This brother Bob Malak coming at you with a quick lesson. And this lesson is going to come out of RT News, and we're going to get right to it, man. This lesson is coming out of RT News, and it says, reads, Afghanistan needs black girl magic, U.S. envoy. Washington diplomatic representative seemingly thinks that Beyonce and a woke hashtag can help women in a war-ravaged country. See, that's what the U.S. do. They're all the way over in Afghanistan and saying that they need some black girl magic over there in Afghanistan. So basically what they're telling the Afghanistan women is that they need your women to be whores and thoughts. They need your women to be thoughts, whores, and disobedient to their men, because that's what our women are here in America. Babylon, the great spiritual Egypt. That's why I came out of the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 10. So we're going to read this article, man. It's disgusting, man. Look, the U.S. diplomatic envoy to Afghanistan has declared that the hashtag Black Girl Magic might improve the lives of Afghan women, calling on Beyonce and Lizzo. So this is the image they want their women to look like. This, matter of fact, we're going to use, so they know that she want the women to look over in Afghanistan. She want them to take photos with their titties out, with their ass all hanging out, you know, with blonde hair. So, and this the image. This is the image of righteousness that's portrayed here in America, Babylon the Great. So she's like, hey, I want Beyonce, and let's look at Lizzo in a bikini. Look at Lizzo. So she want the women, you know, to have their tits out, ass out, to be all, hey man, this is what they want though, because this is what the other nations see when they see the American women. They don't see grace. They don't see beauty. They say hashtag black women. Let's get back to it, man. They say hashtag black girl magic, because they, you know, hey, why don't y'all women take trips? Y'all can go overseas and y'all can experience many rods as y'all want. Y'all can let all the arrows just go into your quiver. See, and that's what they see. And that should be an insult to the Negro, Latino, and Native American woman in America, but it's not. It's a thing for them to be glorified. Be like, hey, we glorifying y'all being whores and being separated from y'all men. That's why you have this passport bros thing going on, because they like, hey, we can't find no women in America that they all got all that masculine energy. So they want the Afghan women to have that masculine energy. They want them to walk around showing their assets. And how do you destroy a nation? You destroy the women. How do you destroy a nation? You destroy women. And that's what the U.S. diplomatic envoy to Afghanistan has declared, that the hashtag Black Girl Magic might improve the lives of the Afghan women. So yeah, it's gonna prove your lives that they can, maybe if they'll be able to pull, you know, they little veil off them on their faces. They can go put bikinis on. They can go and get many rods stuck up in them as they like. They can just be natural whores. That's what they want the other nations' women to be, whores. They want them to be join the alphabet community. Calling on Beyonce and Lizzo to in some way aid her cause. She was ridiculed online for her suggestion. Since taking over the charge, the affairs of the U.S. mission to Afghanistan and Qatar last year, Karen Decker, so now you never trust a Karen. Karen Decker has repeatedly and strongly condemned the Taliban for barring women from universities and cracking down on female activists. Decker regularly tweets about black activism in the U.S. and suggests on Wednesday that Afghan could look to American woke culture for inspiration. Yeah, you can get inspiration from this. This is what they want your women to have inspiration. The Afghan women have inspiration because this is, man, this has become the pillar of beauty, you know, in the so-called America, within the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American community. This is the pillar of beauty right here. This is also the pillar of beauty. Just be a whore. Show everything to the world. Show everything to the world. You black women, y'all should be ashamed for this woman to even consider that black girl magic and the black woke culture for inspiration. They say, are Afghans familiar with hashtag black girl magic and the movement it inspires, she asked. Do Afghan girls need a similar movement? What about Afghan women? Teach me. Ready to learn. And all this lady doing is mocking you Negro, Latino, and Native American women. You know, but matter of fact, a good precept. Let's go to the book of Job, man. Let's go to Salakia. Let's go to Job, man. Everybody know where I'm going. Job 39. Anybody who listen to the lesson, everybody know where we're going with this. The book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 17. And it reads, because the Most High Yahweh Bashem Hawashah have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. That's why the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, they don't understand this. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah deprived y'all from wisdom. That's when you don't know when you're being mocked. That's when you don't know when you're being ridiculed by somebody. That's when you know that y'all don't even see that the other nations see y'all as just motherfucking like scum. They'll use a hashtag black girl magic. Everybody in America know what hashtag black girl magic means, is that all our women just being whores and just doing whatever they want to be. And why they are whores and being anything they want to be? Why? Back to Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and most of our women are enemies against their men, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. And we coming to a period of time when Jacob's trouble hit, that our women gonna be trodden down as mire in the street. And what is that mire? Mire is shit, man. Our women gonna be trodden down because they don't forsaken the ways of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Hawashah. Let's continue reading this, man. Hundreds of comments poured in ridiculing Decker tweet. How did we ever lose that war? The Columbia Bulge, a right-wing news site, replied, I'm speechless. Florida Congressman Mike Waltz tweeted as another commenter declared what Caligula, making his horse a senator, was less laughable than this. And they know, man, even the men of the other nations know, like, hey, is this the standard? And what you trying to put over on the Afghanistan women? This the standard? You're going to use the so-called woke black woman as the standard and how you want to portray another nation's woman? They even laughing at y'all, man. That's why I came out of Job 39:17. It said popularized around 2016, the hashtag black girl magic does not imply that black women are imbued with magical power that could somehow aid Afghanistan. Instead, it's used on social media to celebrate the accomplishment of black women. What about women accomplished? Of being out of order. That's what our black women are out of order, man. That's the best. That's what they're being celebrated for, being out of order. And is often posted alongside photos of attractive African Americans. The phrase was invoked by Democratic Party activists in 2016 in a bid to increase the turnout of black female voters who reliably vote Democrat. Black girl magic. Whoo! The Afghan women better run. It said the U.S. withdrew its military from Afghanistan in August of 2021, bringing its 2-decade occupation of the country to a close. The U.S.-funded Afghan National Army crumbled in the face of advancing Taliban militants, and Afghanistan was back under Taliban rule immediately after the last American plane left Kabul. This is the occupation of Afghanistan cost to the U.S. taxpayers more than $2.3 trillion. They figure that includes $500 billion of interest owed on money borrowed to fight the war, and $233 billion paid caring for nearly 21,000 veterans wounded there. So it got into some, the politics of it. But for the most part, man, this is what they saying. They, are Afghan familiar with the hashtag Black Girl Magic and the movement it inspired. Do Afghan girls need a similar movement? The Afghanistan women don't need a similar movement. They think that those women think that they're being oppressed over there because they don't see in the westernized world, they don't see our women walking around being whores and thoughts, and they're using the so-called black woman. They're not using the so-called Edomite woman. They're not using her, as the hashtag. But they want the other nation women to be just like the American westernized Israelite women, all out of order. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 2, man. It says, yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua was talking about all of Israel, but right now we're just going to apply this just to our women. How our women don't turn into a strange and a degenerate plant and a strange vine unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, where even now they trying to push black girl, hashtag Black Girl Magic over in Afghanistan. Our women were planted a noble vine, a holy, a right seed. But how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? The Afghan women, they definitely don't want to take their cues from the so-called black woman, the Negro, Latino, and Native American woman in America. You'll be falling way back. Y'all will be falling all the way back. And the men, see, there's one thing about those Afghanistan men over there in Taliban and those other countries. They don't take that shit from their women over there. They'll put them to sleep fast. See, over here in America, it's lauded. It's lauded, man, that our women be out of order. It's lauded that our women can be whores and thoughts. It's lauded here in America. Why? Because they know that as long as they keep our women out of order, they know that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is looking down and frowning upon them. And they saying, hey, man, Lord, look at them, Lord. Their women even out of disrespect the Israelite man. Let's continue reading, man. Let's go to book Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, man. I was going to read all this, but, for the sake of our time, let's jump down to it. We're going to go. We'll start at verse 16. It said, moreover, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. And that's what one thing about the Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, they got that stretched forth neck, man. They got that, they'll stick that neck out, man. Like, we proud, and y'all can't tell us shit. We got a hashtag Black Girl Magic. We can do what we want to do. We make our own money. We pay our own bills. We don't need a man. That's the first thing. I ain't going to cook for that nigga. I ain't going to do nothing for him. He got to take me to the finest restaurants. He got to do this. He got to do that. He got to be 6 feet. He got to make this much money. He got to do all this. See, but this is what the Lord is saying to Isaiah. Therefore, verse 17, therefore the Lord will smite the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. When he said your edges, he going to smite the scab. What all women have to go out there and buy that fake ass weave hair they have to stick in their head? The Chinese woman don't. The Japanese woman don't. The Afghan woman don't. Who else? The Edomite woman don't have to go buy all that shit to put in their head. Who else? The Hawaiian woman. The Filipino woman don't have to. They don't have them scabs. Don't have them edge problems. Let's continue reading. It said, therefore the Lord will smite the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. That's why all y'all have to go out there and thanks to the dreads, thanks to the locks. Now that you women are starting to learn how to grow your hair a little bit. But for the most part, you're still nappy head and scab. Why? Because it's a plague that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh put on the so-called daughters of Zion. It ain't nothing you can do to run from it. Verse 18, the Lord said, I will discover their secret parts. And that day the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and calls and their round tires like moons. And their round tires, he's talking about your shape. He's talking about your shape. You're not going to look like this. How you going to look? Your round tire. He's talking about the backside of your assets. That's your back. The round. That's what he's talking about. The book of Isaiah. And the round tires like the moon. He took away that. He gave you this. Cellulite. Sagging breasts. This is what the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh is giving. And then you'll be pretty much blessed. So like it, if you'll be fortunate enough, if you can keep that. But we know that this is a very few in between in the nation of Israel for your women to look like this. And that's probably a whole lot of plastic surgery don't went there. Could be, I'm just saying, not sure. Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh say, taking away all of that. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose rings, changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass, verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be a stink. Instead of a sweet smell, where? Instead of a sweet smell somewhere down there, it's going to be a stink. Why? Because all the rods, all the arrows that don't went inside you. That's what this lady wants the Afghan women to look. Instead of having a sweet smell, that they want the Afghan women to have that stink as well. She's like, hey, because these, contrary to what you believe, Esau, they know the Holy Scriptures. They know who you Negro, Latino, and Native American women are. And they know you're walking outside of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh's will. They know this. That's why they promote hashtag Black Girl Magic. And it should come to pass until instead of a sweet smell, there should be a stink. Instead of a girdle a rent, instead of a well-set hair, baldness. And again, that's why women are all baldness, man. That's why the black woman have to go buy all this horsehair and all these other, products to try to fit in their hair to try to make themselves look glamorous. And instead of a stomacher, a girdle sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. This how y'all gonna look. This is what the Lord said. Hey, have one baby. This how y'all gonna look. This how y'all gonna look right here. Verse 25, it said, thy men shall fall by the sword, and their mighty in the war. And that's what happened, man, in the siege of the temple, man, the sacking of the temple. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And that's what our women sit upon the dust, man, sitting upon the ground. See, you Negro, Latino, Native American women, because y'all are out of order. So everybody use y'all as they'll use you, the Negro, Latino, and Native American women, as a guide to how you get your women out of order. That's how they want the other nation women to be. They don't want the nation of the other women to be upright, to stand behind their men. They want the other nation women to be. Matter of fact, I'm about to get to it right now. Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 22. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughters? For the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man," and that's what this lady wants. She wants the women to compass a man. She wants the women to compass a man. That's what she wants. She don't care nothing about them women. She don't care nothing about them women well-being. All she want to do is let these women go to the universities, get the education, so they can start being activists, so that they can get out of order, so that they can no longer be mothers and nurturers. They want them to be out there and be them strong boss bitches. That's what she wants. We need y'all Afghan women to be strong boss bitches like the hashtag Black Girl Magic are. Boss bitches. Matter of fact, let's go back to it. We're going to close it out here. Let's go to 2 Timothy. Should be what? It's 1 Timothy. Salakia. Thank you. Salakia. See, this is what a woman's job. This is a woman's only job, especially the Israelite woman's job. It's where we're going to read at. We're going to start at, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2. We'll start at verse 9. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. "In like manner also that women adorn themselves in a modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair, or golds, or pearls, or costly array." Verse 10. "But which becometh woman professing godliness with good works." See, this is what an Israelite woman's supposed to be. "But which becometh women professing godliness with good works." A woman should have good works. It say, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection." The woman should learn from her husband. Verse 12. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." A woman is not to usurp authority over the man. That means a woman should not lead a man. She should not be over a man. Jeremiah 31 and 22. That's why it came out of that. "For Adam was first formed, then Eve." Verse 14. 1 Timothy 2 and 14. "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression." The woman being deceived was in transgression. And through her we all die. Through the woman we all die. That's why I came out of Job 39 and 17. Verse 15. "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness and sobriety." That's the duties of a woman. That's the duties of a woman, summed up through the whole scriptures, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 precepts. That's the whole duty of the woman, and 7 precepts that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua put in 1 Timothy 2 and 2, 9 through 15. But what? They want the woman to get out of order. And we know they over there praising Allah and all that other shit. You know. See, meanwhile, hashtag magic, these women in America, they becoming witches. And all these other goddamn unrighteous and wicked acts. It's a shame that the United States government, they want to use the so-called black girl magic, Beyonce and Lizzo, as a motherfucking template of how a woman should be. How far has Israel fallen? How far has the daughter of Zion, fallen, on the planet Earth? How far has the daughter of Zion fallen on the planet Earth, where they want to use Lizzo, and Beyonce as the hashtag Black Girl Magic. So we're going to close it out there, man. I want to give our honor, our glory, our praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakahakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom.